If you look to your left and to your right, you will see clergy, leaders of our community, and real change agents. Can we give ourselves just a huge round of applause, please? For this beautiful event, I have the distinct honor to be your MC. And to start this event, we will have the mayor of West Palm Beach welcome you all.
Distinct pleasure of welcoming each and every one of you here tonight for this occasion. And if you can only see yourselves as I see you, what a beautiful, beautiful crowd. So many dignitaries. But we are certainly honored to have in our midst, and you'll hear from him later, a history maker, a pioneer, the first African American to lead a major party in this Congress. That deserves a round of applause. The Honorable Hakeem Jeffries. And it's not lost that Mr. Jeffries is gracing us with his presence during the month of February, Black History Month, with him being such a history maker himself. And I believe it's only a matter of time before he becomes the first Black Speaker of the House. If we do what we need to do, and we get our family and friends to do what they need to do, it will happen. So I welcome you to the city of West Palm Beach. Thank you for coming here. I'm very proud of this city, all of the wondrous transformational growth that we've been experiencing. But as I take my seat, I want you to know that each and every day, I am working, my administration is working, to ensure that the benefits of this growth spread throughout all four corners of my city. It is indeed my effort to make West Palm Beach a community of opportunity for all. Welcome to my city, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
With the leadership of Mayor Keith James and our councilmen and women, we are the new Wall Street of the South. That deserves a huge round of applause, please. I ask that you all rise as we do the presentation of colors, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the National Anthem. The presentation of colors will be led by the one and only Palm Beach County Sheriff's Color Guard. Can you give them a round of applause?
Mark, time, mark. Detail. Hold. Left. Face. Freeze that. Halt.
Can you please follow me and pledge allegiance to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly dark stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reclaim the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Forward, march.
The Pledge of Allegiance was done by the American Legion Post 199, and that beautiful song of the national anthem was performed by Miss Carla Francis. Can you give them a round of applause, please?
Armies of liberty, let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on till victory is won.
She is the founder of Faith Place. Can you give Ms. Lockhart just another huge round of applause? Board Together recognizes our rich history of first, including our host, Congresswoman Sheila CHERFILUS-McCORMICK, the first Haitian-American Democrat in Congress. That deserves a huge round of applause. We're also here to recognize the Democratic leader, Hakeem Jeffries. So before we get into the awards and we hear from our leaders, we will have a poem by Miss Tracy Graham with the Ladies of Fertility. She's the founder. Can you give her a huge round of applause?
Greetings to everyone. It's Ladies of Futurity, not fertility. Just a minor correction there. Still, I Rise by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides. Just like hope springing high, still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes? Shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my hardiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard? 'Cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind the nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise.
Thank you, Ms. Brown, for that correction. If you saw the ladies with the black and purple on as you walked in, those are the ladies a part of her organization. She has done an amazing job. I'll give her a huge round of applause. For over 100 years, the Divine Nine have led the charge to advocate and advance the black community across this nation. Tonight, we want to thank them for their commitment to empowering our communities and amplifying the voice of the black community. As I say your fraternity and sorority, please stand and be recognized. Up first, as you all know, she is the CEO of Bus One Charter Bus Company. Bus One was established in 2010 in Palm Beach County. The company has grown to the largest African-American and women-owned charter bus company in South Florida, and is the second largest overall in Palm Beach County. Denise is the president of the board of directors for the YWCA of Palm Beach County, and has served on the advisory committee for the Office of the Equal Business Opportunity for Palm Beach County. Denise is also a member of Zeta Tau Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Congratulations to our Trinity Forward Together Business Community collaborators, Charles Ridley, also known as Chuck. Y'all gotta let me finish the bio. Mr. Ridley is viewed as a senior community organizer that specializes on building political infrastructure for marginalized urban communities throughout the state of Florida. For the last 10 years, Mr. Ridley has served as the political coordinator for SEIU, Florida Public Services Union. SEIU, Florida Public Service Unions, represents 25,000 workers in 8 counties and 16 cities, 3 Head Start agencies, and 4 school districts across Florida. Mr. Ridley is the chair of Unify Palm Beach. Unify exists for one simple purpose: to build power for black people and black communities of Palm Beach County. Mr. Ridley is also the chair of the West Atlantic Redevelopment Coalition. Congratulations to our 2023 Forward Together Social African Community Chuck Ridley. It's a real seal on that, and I gotta hold it tight. You don't give us stuff like that, okay? Reverend Tony Drayton. Reverend Tony Drayton has pastored St. James Church of Riviera Beach, Florida for over 28 years and has engaged as an adjunct professor with Moody Bible College in the Seminary of Chicago, Illinois. He further serves as a community organizer with the nonpartisan group Faith in Florida. He has served the city of Riviera Beach as co-chair of the Commission on Social Justice, an effort formulated to examine the disparity of community violence and crime. Also, Dr. Drayton has served the city as Senior Police Department Chaplain, Housing Authority Chair, and the Urban League Board, One Church, One Child. Congratulations to our 23-3 Forward Together Faith Community Trailblazer, Dr. Tony Drayton. Okay, this last one probably is going to be the longest bio. Where is she? I ain't seen her walk in. After 22 years of service on the school board, Dr. Deborah Robinson. Dr. Deborah Robinson continues to serve the children of Palm Beach County Schools. As a school board member, Dr. Robinson led the charge for a focus on addressing social emotional needs of students and staff, racial equity, fairness in the application of disciplinary rules, and the use of disaggregated data to drive district movement to equity. Additionally, Dr. Robinson is a member of the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a life member of the NAACP, chair of the Coalition for Black Student Achievement, a member of Unified Palm Beach County, and Unified Past President of the Palm Beach County Caucus of Black Elected Officials. Please give a warm welcome or congratulations to Dr. Deborah Robinson.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You all look really, really good from right here. Congresswoman CHERFILUS-McCORMICK was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in January 2022, becoming the first Haitian-American Democrat to be elected to Congress. She now proudly represents Florida's 20th Congressional District. Congresswoman McCormick is honored to serve on the House Committee on Veterans Affairs. She is the ranking member on the Subcommittee on Technology Modernization, as well as the Subcommittee on Oversight and Investigations. The Congresswoman, yeah, y'all could clap for that. The Congresswoman also serves on the House Committee on Foreign Affairs, the House Subcommittee on Africa, and the Subcommittee on Oversight and Accountability. The Congresswoman is currently a member of the following subgroups: Congressional Black Caucus, Haiti Working Group, Congressional Progressive Caucus, Democrat Women's Caucus, Vice Chair for Diversity and Inclusion, Bipartisan Women's Caucus, Congressional Equality Caucus, Haiti Caucus, she is the co-chair, Congressional Animal Protection Caucus, Congressional Everglades Caucus, Black Maternal Health Caucus, House Aerospace Caucus, homegirl is bad, Bipartisan House Oceans Caucus, Congressional Labor Caucus. The Congresswoman earned her Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science and Government from Howard University. In a further pursuit of education, the Congresswoman also earned a Juris Doctorate from St. Thomas University. While in office, our Congresswoman is fighting to tackle the housing crisis, the soaring cost of living, inadequate access to quality health care, and lack of equitable opportunities. As a proud daughter of Haitian immigrants who came to America fleeing a dictator, she has experienced the American dream. Her journey has not been without hard work or hardships. Those deep roots of working for the greater good fuel her tireless effort to advance our communities. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand to your feet and welcome our Congresswoman, Congresswoman CHERFILUS-McCORMICK.
To see all of your faces. We've gone a really long, like I want to say 3 weeks without being home, and every time I'm here and I see the people we're fighting for, it's always a blessing. But today is even more of a special day, not just because we have our minority leader here with us, Hakeem Jeffries. But it's a special day also because as we come to the close of Black History Month, we see that our community has been being attacked by Tallahassee over and over again. And it's important that we stand together and that everyone knows that when you attack one of us, you attack all of us. The coalition that we built to ensure that everyone could live for free, that everyone can actually live a life which they can prosper and actually be who they are, will not be broken by all the rhetoric that we hear constantly coming towards us. So as we celebrate the ending of Black History Month, we look towards everyone who said that Black History Month had no educational value or Black history has no educational value, and let them know that that's absolutely not true. Our history is ingratiated in the dark past that we had, but it's also ingratiated in the light that came from that. The light of perseverance, the light of coalition building, the light that brought everyone together to make sure that we can move forward as we pursue a more perfect union. So today, as we move forward together, fighting anybody who comes in our way and tries to roll us backward, letting them know that we're recommitting ourselves to being a more perfect union and also living up to America's promise in which everyone can live with dignity, justice, and also pursue their dream. This is what this celebration is about. But we can't let this month, yes. But we cannot let this month pass us by without us recognizing our hometown heroes. The ones who get up every single day and fight for our communities, every single day not being recognized, but commit themselves to ensuring that everyone has a seat at the table and all the wrongs that were done in the African American community to the African American community are corrected. And that's why we're here today. And so as we pick up the fight and we continue to fight forward and move Florida forward, let us be energized and enthusiastic about where we're going. This is our moment, and I continue to say this because we know as we sit here in Palm Beach County, this is the fighting zone. This is where we have Trump a few miles from here having a party. This is where we fight every single day to ensure that everyone is respected. And so we stand here today unified with so many different faces and characters, letting everyone know that Florida will stand strong and we will continue to ensure that everyone is respected, that everyone has a seat at a table, and that we will continue to move this nation forward, starting right here, right now, in Palm Beach and also in Broward County. But we're not scared. We ain't never scared of it. Not in Palm Beach County, we ain't never scared. And we ain't never scared of Broward too. We have a lot of people here from Broward. So when they bring this war to us, because it came to us first, we ready. We're ready today, we're ready tomorrow, and we're also ready for 2024. We suffer every single day we sit here and we suffer with housing issues. We're suffering with issues trying to get health care. Our veterans are suffering trying to get housing and everything that's promised to them. Our most vulnerable are being denied health care. This is not the America that was promised to everyone. We will not allow not one person to take away Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, never. We will continue to focus on real issues that Americans care about. Real issues that when we wake up in the morning actually help us alleviate our pain and not be distracted about all this rhetoric that's going back and forth in our district, coming to our houses. We will not sit here on this beautiful day and just acknowledge what's happening to us, but we will partner with our Jewish brothers and sisters who are being targeted. Let us always remember, if they come for one of us, they come for all of us. It's just a matter of time. So I don't want to take up any more time because we have our gracious speaker who came today all the way from Texas, DC, I mean everywhere. New York, and you know we have a lot of New Yorkers here. Some of them we want you to take back with you. No, I'm kidding. But thank you so much for being here and also motivating us and letting us know that we are being seen. This is our moment, Palm Beach County, Broward County, District 20. This is our destiny moment. Let us push past to our higher selves and actually live up to this moment. Understand the seriousness of this moment, and let us understand the change that we make throughout the entire country based on what we do today, tomorrow, and to come.
Amen.
So with that being said, I would like to introduce one of our most, I don't have the words to say about Hakeem Jeffries. He is our minority leader, soon to be our speaker. And we can make that a reality for him in Florida. So we're going to work to make that happen. But from the first day when I actually came into Congress, what I've seen our congressman, our leader do, and how he was able to unify everybody, move everybody closer and forward. It was just, I was in awe to see him do that. And so when we stand here today, I tell you that it wasn't that he's just a history maker, but he's also more than that, a true leader. Leaders uplift everybody, leaders see everybody for who they are, and they make sure that everybody is being their best. And so in this moment, I would like to introduce our esteemed leader, minority leader, Hakeem Jeffries.
Good evening, Palm Beach County. It's a privilege to be here with you. Let me congratulate all of the awardees on your tremendous accomplishments in being there for the community, laboring in the vineyards of neighborhood after neighborhood, making life better for those who live here in South Florida. Of course, to Sheila, I'm so thankful for your congressperson from the 20th Congressional District. You sent us a real gem. And we're so thankful for Sheila, for her hard work. She, you know, is a voice for the voiceless, a defender of the disenfranchised, a powerful, profound, principled, purposeful public servant. That's it. I promise y'all I won't go through the whole alphabet. But I'm just so thankful for Sheila and her leadership and all that she represents, and I know that she will continue to make you proud, continues to make all of us proud and honored to serve with her. So here we are, Black History Month in 2023, and we know that there's some folks who want to erase Black history.
Come on now.
Act like it doesn't exist. Well, you know, let's be clear. Black history is American history, and we will never allow it to be erased. Not here, not now, not ever. You know, African Americans were so central to the journey here in the United States of America. The pain of the journey, the trials and tribulations, of course, but the successes of American exceptionalism. We should all be proud of the fact. We should share with our young people that it was an African American, it was a Black man who invented the cotton gin, helped industrialization and moving the American economy forward. It was an African American who invented the traffic light. It was an African American who helped to invent the light bulb. It was an African American who invented the elevator technology. It was an African American who helped to invent the technology for the modern refrigeration and air conditioning. An African American who invented the technology for dry cleaning. An African American who invented a lot of the technology that each and every one of you use in your smartphones today. Black history is American history, And we will never let anyone erase it from us. So, we have a lot of work to be done. This is a great country. We've come a long way. We still have a way to go. You know, some forces in this country that want to turn back the clock, including right here in Florida. Some rough folks want to turn back the clock. We're trying to bring people together. They're trying to tear us apart. But we're not going to let it happen. That's the amazing part of American exceptionalism, the journey that we've been on. There's always been just enough good folks to overcome the rough folks and allow America to advance. But that's the moment that we continue to be in. Now, we saw a lot of it unfold on the floor of the House of Representatives that first week. I'm thankful for SHEILA. She voted for me 15 times, y'all. 15 times. Stuck with her. So we were together, we were unified, we have a sense of purpose. And we see the other side of the aisle, the chaos, the dysfunction, the extremism. You're trying to get me to go down the alphabet again. But I was actually surprised when I went back home at how many folks were paying attention to the foolishness, to all that was unfolding. I run into somebody back home in Brooklyn and says to me, I've been watching you. Brooklyn is always in the house, y'all. But I said, we've been watching y'all all week. I said, yeah, all 15 votes. We've been watching y'all all week. I said, what were you watching us on? He said, C-SPAN. And then we paused for a moment and said, how long has C-SPAN been around? I said, well, apparently C-SPAN's been around since 1979. They said, wow, that's a long time. I said, yeah, 44 years. And then without missing a beat, said, well, season 44 is off to a great start. What are the American people seeing season 44? On the other side of the aisle, chaos, dysfunction, extremism. People who apparently don't believe, in many instances, in democracy anymore. And how does that connect to the American journey? How does that connect to African American history, Black history? Well, this country, this great country, of course, was founded on high ideals. You know, we hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equally, endowed by our Creator to certain inalienable rights, among these life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Land of the free, home of the brave, liberty and justice for all. Principles like the preeminence of the rule of law, free and fair elections. This country was founded on high ideals. But we also know, history teaches us, that during the founding of the Republic, notwithstanding all of these high ideals, there was a genetic imperfection, a birth defect, some have called, that manifested itself in the form of chattel slavery. One of the worst crimes ever committed in the history of the world. But, you know, American exceptionalism takes these rough moments and always finds a way to try to move past it. And of course, you had emancipation in the Reconstruction era. 13th Amendment makes slavery unconstitutional. 14th Amendment establishes principles like equal protection under the law. 15th Amendment guarantees, at least theoretically, the right to vote, regardless of race. had slavery followed by emancipation and Reconstruction. But what our journey also teaches us all along the way is that whenever you've had moments of progress in the United States of America, it's often followed by backlash. And the progress of the Reconstruction era was followed by enormous backlash, the rise of the KKK, Jim Crow, race riots in places like Tulsa, Oklahoma, lynching epidemic, black codes imposed, progress followed by backlash. But then, as has often been the case, because there's always just enough good folks, that's what American exceptionalism continues to be about. Good folks of every race. And of course, during that civil rights movement led by heroes like Dr. King and Rosa Parks and John Lewis and Fannie Lou Hamer, A. Philip Randolph, Adam Clayton Powell Jr., Whitney Young, Roy Wilkins, we can go through the list, all of the civil rights foot soldiers throughout the country rise up to bring about a new era of progress in America. Civil Rights Act, striking what was thought to be a decisive blow against Jim Crow. 1965 Voting Rights Act to try to bring to life the right to vote that had been theoretically guaranteed in the 15th Amendment. Medicare, Medicaid, Head Start, all of the Great Society programs culminating with the passage of the 1968 Fair Housing Act. The progress of the civil rights movement. But history teaches us that whenever progress has occurred, there's always a group of folks somehow offended by that progress, and it leads to a backlash. And so in 1968, we know that Dr. King is assassinated in April of that year. A few months after that, Robert Kennedy, the senator from New York, assassinated after winning the California primary. And then in 1968, running on a campaign capitalizing on anxiety at the progress that had just been made, Richard Nixon is elected as the President of the United States of America. And within a few short years, we see anti-busing, anti-affirmative action, anti-government policies, and even in 1971, the rise of the so-called war on drugs. At the time, there were less than 300,000 people incarcerated in America. Today, 2.3 million. Right. More than any other nation per capita in the world. Mass incarceration, particularly impacting communities of color. Progress, that a new era of progress is brought about. You helped to bring it about here in Florida in 2008 with the election of a new hope, Barack Obama, elected as the 34th President of the United States of America, bringing about a new era of progress. Some folks said that this is the start of a post-racial America. Y'all remember that? But historians would say that whenever progress occurs, unfortunately, it's often followed by backlash. And we saw a backlash quickly emerge, these efforts to say we want our country back. That was the Tea Party motto, as if someone had taken it away. And then in 2013, Shelby County versus Holder, the Supreme Court strikes a decisive blow against the Voting Rights Act, ushering in a new era of voter suppression that all of us are living with right now. And then the backlash moment seemingly is complete with the election of so-and-so running in many ways on a 5-year lie that Barack Obama was not born in the United States of America, and rode that lie into 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and we saw all that occurred ever since. Progress followed by backlash. So we're in a backlash moment. You're living it here in Florida right now. But I just stopped by to say, be encouraged, be resilient, be strong. Because whenever we found ourselves in a backlash moment, the American people have always risen to the occasion to continue this country's long, necessary, and majestic march toward a more perfect union. And we've been in some backlash moments ourselves, you know, on the floor of the House of Representatives, that insurrection. That was a backlash moment. Yes. I'll never forget that day. You know, at the time I was chair of the House Democratic Caucus that put me as the number 5 Democrat at the time. So I'm seated in the leadership section on that fateful day, January 6, 2021. Right next to me is Steny Hoyer and Jim Clyburn. Seated at the rostrum is Speaker Pelosi. And the Sergeant at Arms interrupts the debate, says that the mob has breached the Capitol. They're on the 2nd floor. They're a few steps outside of the House chamber. Be prepared to hit the ground and secure the gas masks that are underneath your seats. I gotta admit, y'all, I've been in the Congress at that point for 4 terms. I had no idea there were gas masks underneath the seats. The backlash moment, I knew this is a serious situation. And then I see the speaker almost, you know, aggressively removed from the rostrum. Never seen anything like that before. And then, you know, I'm sitting right next to Steny Hoyer and Jim Clyburn. As I mentioned, Steny Hoyer, the number 2 Democrat, he was the majority leader at the time. Jim Clyburn, the number 3. My good friend Catherine Clark, she's the number 4 Democrat at the time. She was off campus. So the security team comes up and they remove Steny Hoyer. And then the security team comes up and they say to Jim Clyburn, "Sir, you have to leave now." Chilling words. So I'm sitting there again, I'm chair of the House Democratic Caucus, number 5 Democrat at the time. I see Speaker Pelosi, she's number 1, she's removed. I see Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, number 2, he's removed. I see the number 3 Democrat, Majority Whip at the time, Jim Clyburn, "Sir, you have to leave now." My good friend Catherine Clark, number 4, she was off campus. I'm sitting there as the number 5 Democrat. I was waiting for somebody to come get me. But Sheila knows, they never came. So I'm sitting there saying to myself, well, in this backlash moment, well, it's a good thing I'm from Brooklyn. Moment, we've got to be prepared to fight for our democracy. Fight for equal protection under the law. Fight for liberty and justice for all. Fight for free and fair elections. Fight to make sure that the true story of America is told for the good of everyone. But I share that with you to say the most important thing that happened on the floor of the House of Representatives that fateful day was not that we were run off the floor of the Capitol, but the great thing about America, about American democracy, about our resilience is that we can be knocked down, but a knockdown is different than a knockout. It's been the story of our journey, our history. And so the most important thing was not that we were run off the floor that night. The most important thing that happened, this is why you all should have hope, is that we came back to the Capitol, we completed our work, we certified the election, and we made sure that Joe Biden would become the President of the United States of America, and the peaceful transfer of power would endure, so all of you can continue to participate in great American democracy and continue this country's long, necessary, and majestic march toward a more perfect union. God bless you. God bless the state of Florida. God bless the United States of America.
Let's give them another round of applause. We are truly forward together. And so, at this time, our Congresswoman wants to have a proclamation. Now listen carefully, especially for those of you who are elected officials. Once I call your name, you're going to stand, and our Congresswoman wants you to take a picture with our state leader. Whereas, while they're doing that, I'm going to read this proclamation. Whereas, sorry. Oh, you want them on the stage? Okay, so when I call your name, you're going to come up to the stage and we will get our picture. So all elected officials, when I call your name, please come up to the stage. Whereas, in celebration of Black History Month, Congresswoman SHEILA McCORMICK presents Forward Together to honor leaders who have been steadfast in their commitment to serving the community. Forward Together highlights the achievement of Florida's 20th Congressional District elected officials. Today, we honor the following electeds for their commitment to servant leadership. State Senator Bobby Powell, State Representative Devontae K. Edmonds, Palm Beach County Commissioner Matt Bernard, when I call your name, you can come up. Palm Beach County Commissioner Michael Barnett, Port Commissioner Dr. DeAndre Poole, Port Commissioner Dr. Gene Enright, Palm Beach County School Board Member Edwin Ferguson, Palm Beach County School Board Member Marcia Andrews, Mayor Pete James, West Palm Beach, City Commissioner Shalonda Warren, Mayor Fred Pinto, Royal Palm Beach, Mayor Ronnie Felder, Riviera Beach, Councilmember Trodrick McCoy, Riviera Beach, Chairperson Kashamba Miller Anderson, Riviera Beach, Pro Tem Leader Shirley Lanier, Riviera Beach, Councilmember Douglas Lawson, Riviera Beach, Belgrade Mayor Steve Wilson, Belgrade Vice Mayor Mary Wilkinson, Belgrade Commissioner Kenny Berry, Lake Park Commissioner Roger Mackay, Pahokee Mayor Keith Babb, Pahokee Vice Mayor Clara Mervin, Pahokee Commissioner Derek Bolden, Mangonia Park Mayor William Alberry, Mangonia Park Council Member Kalisha Webb, Mangonia Park Council Member Sharita Johnson, Mangonia Park Council Member Edwin Earl Smith, South Bay Mayor Joe Kyle, South Bay Vice Mayor Betty Bernard, South Bay Commissioner Esther Berry, South Bay Commissioner Taranza McKelvin, and South Bay Commissioner John Wilson. Please give these Palm Beach County electeds a hand. Okay, we're going to do Broward as well. Whereas in celebration of Black History Month, Congresswoman SHEILA McCORMICK presents Forward Together to honor leaders who have been steadfast in their commitment to serve in the community. Forward Together highlights the achievement of Florida's 20th Congressional District electeds. Today, we honor the following electeds for their commitment to servant leadership. State Senator Rosalynn Osgood, State Rep Dunkley, State Rep Patricia Williams, State Rep Campbell, Broward County Commissioner Robert McKenzie, Broward County Commissioner Hazel Rogers, Broward County School Board Member Tori Alston, Broward County School Board Member Jeff Holness, Lauderdale Lakes Mayor Veronica Phillips, Lauderdale Lakes Vice Mayor Carlene Williams, Lauderdale Lakes Commissioner Coswell, Lauderdale Lakes Commissioner Mark Spence, Lauderdale Lakes Commissioner Sharon Thomas, North Lauderdale Mayor Samson Borlegan, North Lauderdale Vice Mayor Regina Martin, North Lauderdale Commissioner Luke Lewis, Oakland Park Mayor Aisha Gordon, Lauderdale Mayor Ken Thurston, Lauderdale Hill Vice Mayor Sarai Ray Martin, Lauderhill Commissioner Melissa Dunn, Lauderhill Commissioner Denise Grant, Lauderhill Commissioner Lawrence Martin, Tamarack Vice Mayor Marlon Bolton, Sunrise Deputy Mayor Mark Douglas, Deerfield Commissioner Ben Preston, Plantation Commissioner Jennifer Andre, Pompano Beach Commissioner Beverly Perkins, Fort Lauderdale Commissioner Pam Beasley. Let's give them a hand. Mayor Clara Mervin, Pahokee Commissioner Derek Bolden, Mangonia Park Mayor William Alberry, Mangonia Park Council Member Kalisha Webb, Mangonia Park Council Member Sharita Johnson, Mangonia Park Council Member Edwin Earl Smith, South Bay Mayor Joe Kyle, South Bay Vice Mayor Betty Bernard, South Bay Commissioner Esther Berry, South Bay Commissioner Taranza McKelvin, and South Bay Commissioner John Wilson. Please give these Palm Beach County electeds a hand. All honorees, if you would also join. Okay, we're going to do Broward as well. Whereas, so Broward, come to the front and I'm going to call your name. Whereas in celebration of Black History Month, Congresswoman Sheila McCormick presents Forward Together to honor leaders who have been steadfast in their commitment to serve in the community. Forward Together highlights the achievement of Florida's 20th Congressional District electeds. Today, we honor the following electeds for their commitment to servant leadership. State Senator Rosalynn Osgood, State Rep Dunkley, State Rep Patricia Williams, State Rep Campbell, Broward County Commissioner Robert McKenzie, Broward County Commissioner Hazel Rogers, Broward County School Board Member Tori Alston, Broward County School Board Member Jeff Holness, Lauderdale Lakes Mayor Veronica Phillips, Lauderdale Lakes Vice Mayor Carlene Williams, Lauderdale Lakes Commissioner Coswell, Lauderdale Lakes Commissioner Mark Spence, Lauderdale Lakes Commissioner Sharon Thomas, North Lauderdale Mayor Samson Borlagan, North Lauderdale Vice Mayor Regina Martin, North Lauderdale Commissioner Luke Lewis, Oakland Park Mayor Aisha Gordon, Lauderdale Mayor Ken Thurston, Lauderdale Hill Vice Mayor Sarai Ray Martin, Lauderhill Commissioner Melissa Dunn, Lauderhill Commissioner Denise Grant, Lauderhill Commissioner Lawrence Martin, Tamarack Vice Mayor Marlon Bolton, Sunrise Deputy Mayor Mark Douglas, Deerfield Commissioner Ben Preston, Plantation Commissioner Jennifer Andre, Pompano Beach Commissioner Beverly Perkins, Fort Lauderdale Commissioner Pam Beasley. Let's give them a hand, please.
If you all could just take a seat. We'll have a few closing remarks before we get out of here. But can we please give our Congresswoman and our leader a huge round of applause.
And so after that amazing, profound word, we want to thank you for joining us today at Forward Together. Throughout history, the advancement of all people has come from unified efforts. Without unified efforts, we would not have passed the Civil Rights Act, Voting Rights Act, Fair Housing Act, and all other acts that have contributed to the advancement of African Americans in the United States of America. Every person here has greatness in them to make a true difference. I call you all today to dig deep, utilize the greatness within you so that we all can continue moving forward together. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. God bless you.